the team being right now?
I see it's in a really good position. Like I've said before, this is my 4th spring ball, and by far the best one. Discipline-wise, athletically, and just competitively, by far the best spring ball we've had in a while, and both sides of the ball. So it's comforting to know that this is what's going to spring you into summer camp and to summer workouts. So it's very comforting to know that we're at the pace we're at, and so we'll have a good team.
We've heard a lot about you and Tace and how you guys are doing. How are the guys doing that are covering you out there? Guys like Michael Davis, Michael Shaw. How those guys stepped up? What are you seeing from them?
Really good. You know, they're young guys, and so they have a lot to learn. And I'm a veteran, I guess, here. So, but they're really good players, really good athletes, and so it's been a privilege to go against them because they're fast and they're athletic. So it makes you have to come out every single day on your toes, ready to go. So they've done a really good job. But like I said, I mean, guys are young, guys are learning, but I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to come out and do really well and have a sound defense this year.
Heading into the scrimmage on Friday, what do you want to try and get out of something like that at this point in the year?
Stay competitive. You know, we're out there giving the fans an opportunity to come and watch, but we're not there for them. We're there to cap off what we've done all spring and be extra competitive. And we're doing some things that I can't reveal now, but for that spring game, that is going to make sure that we're into it, that we're having a good time, it's competitive, and so we're excited. And we're excited to go out and put on a show, offensively and defensively. And like I said, it's the best spring ball that I've been here for. And I know Coach Mendenhall would say the same thing. It's been a lot of years since we've had a spring ball like this, so things are going well, and we're excited to cap it off this weekend.
The same day is pro day, and obviously there's guys, and a lot of times the current players go show up and kind of support, the brothers as they go do pro day. What's that like to watch those guys kind of try and compete and maybe catch people's eye?
It's super exciting, especially for me as senior. It's something that I'm saying to myself, look, I'm next for that. But it's a time where you can say, and just lean back and relax and say how grateful you are for those guys, having played with them, and you hope nothing but the best for them, to perform well, to catch the ball well, to block well, whatever they're doing. You hope for nothing but the best for those guys. So for me as senior, it's fun to look and say, like, I'm next, and then but looking at them on the field, it's going to be exciting to see them perform really well, and they look really good. So.
What about your own self? What have you felt confident in your abilities as you approach this senior year?
It's a good question. I've made it known to the coaches that I want to be held accountable in everything I do, and they're keeping me to a pretty high standard. They're making sure that just because I'm a senior, they don't treat me like I've been here before. They treat me like anyone else, and I made sure that they've done that. And so any weakness that they see in my game, they'll point it out. And one of the things that I am working on this offseason is being able to roll my shoulders in the deep ball, and that's something that has become a strength of mine. That was a weakness. So I'm a guy that's super competitive, and I'm going to look for every single opportunity and way to become better and try to be the best receiver there was and there is. So that's just the nature I'm in, and I have a long way to go, but I make sure that the coaches keep me accountable.
Could you talk more about that technique you've tried to increase your skill level?
So it's just the deep ball. I don't know if you see on the field, there's a black line 5 yards from the sideline on all the fields, and that is like the no-go zone. So no receiver is allowed to ever go in there when you catch a ball, except for on a couple routes. So on a deep ball, if you get squeezed to the sideline, that's no good for the quarterback, right? So you want to keep in up that black line and be able to roll your shoulders and catch it outside the black line, if that makes sense. So keep your body in and catch it out. So it gives the quarterback and us a good opportunity to save real estate, they call it. And so the quarterback has plenty of room to drop that ball in there and to roll your shoulders outside so the DB can't catch it. And so whereas I used to just go up and try to jump up and catch it, but this is the way where you can roll your shoulders and keep running after the catch. So.
Bronco said Friday that you're having the best spring of any receiver he's had in 10 years. Did that get back to you, and what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, some people had heard, and on Twitter, I guess, that people had been saying things, and it's good to know that your coach thinks that of you, but it's hard to be able to confirm that because I've played with some great receivers here. I played with Cody Hoffman, who broke all the records. So to even be mentioned like that, it's an honor, but I wouldn't put myself in that category yet, and I have a lot of work to do, and I hope to be there. I hope to be able to stamp that and finalize that and make that true. That is a goal of mine. So, but to say that I'm of myself anything, I can't say that. So I'm glad to play with the guys I play with because they're great.
Go ahead, Dave. Following up on that, Taysom said that you were not only running great routes, you're running smart routes and finding windows. And is that something you kind of picked up in the off season from watching film, or what?
Yeah, that's something that's it's a comfort thing and I guess like a veteran thing. Being a fourth-year guy is something that it's hard for freshmen to do that, but being a senior, that's something that I've played in games, played in all of them last year, and I know where he wants me, and I know where to be now. Every single play, I know where he needs to be. So our percentage rate on catches has gone way up just because I know where to be, and he knows where I need to be, and we have that 4-year gel going for us.
I know a lot's been made of the size with you and Nick on the outside. What benefits will you see with him being on the other side and vice versa?
I guess there's looking at the defense, it's seeing that they can't drop a safety over one of us because then the other one will have a safety over them. So it adds a threat of, look, you just got to trust your corners and hope for the best. And so that's the threat we hope to impose on all defenses.
Has the addition of Nick Kurtz on the outside opened things up the receivers in the middle?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all receivers. You know, Devon and Kurt and Nick Kurtz as well. All of us have been doing a great job, and so it's been a great opportunity for us to be able to sub in and out quickly and not expect anything less. So it opens up a lot of positions, and I've been able to move to the inside a lot and do some more there, and it opens up a lot of positions when you have solid guys on the outside at all times.